Today, I would like to take a few moments of your time to ask the question, why is it that so many companies struggle to make key account management work? Probably because most companies start by only focusing on training. But before implementing key account management into your business, you need to look at it from a different perspective, and before doing anything, there are three vital things you need to take into account. Firstly, you need to know what it is that you're actually trying to achieve and make sure that key account management is aligned to your business goals. Secondly, you need to look at what your internal capabilities are. And thirdly, you need to review the processes in your business and check that they support key account management. We call these the 3 golden rules. So let's start by focusing on the first of these, i.e. aligning key account management to your business goals. This is the first key step, as there is absolutely no point in starting implementation until you know what it is that your business is actually trying to achieve. As key account management is definitely not an end in itself and should only be embarked upon if it is going to help you achieve your business goals. Therefore, it is critical to know what your business goals are and ensure that you keep them in mind throughout the process. So the key questions that you need to ask yourself for golden rule number 1 are, firstly, what are you actually trying to achieve in your business? i.e. what is and what are the overarching business goals? And secondly, and this is very important, is the key account management implementation continually getting you closer to that goal? i.e. you need to make sure that you're keeping on track with moving forward towards those business goals. Now, if the answer to the second question is no, then you need to reevaluate your goals. You may need to reevaluate your implementation, or possibly you need to reevaluate both of those. If the answer, however, is yes, then it's time to move on to golden rule number 2, because having the right strategy and direction is obviously important, but you also have to have the right people to carry it out. This is a critical area, but one that so many people either neglect or simply just get wrong. And the main reason for that is that you can't just change your job title and think that people will be able to deliver what you require. You need to make sure that people's skills are matched to the job, and just because you had a good sales representative doesn't mean that they will have the skills to become a good key account manager. So firstly, you need to ensure that you have defined a competency profile for the key account management role. And then you need to carry out a competency review. Now, this may seem like a lot of work, but if you miss out this piece at this particular time, you're just storing up trouble for later on. So now we've agreed that we should do a competency review. Hopefully the review will be positive. But even if it is, it doesn't mean that you should sit back thinking there's nothing else to be done, because there probably is several things for you to do. You need to firstly make sure that you polish what you have in the organisation, and that all the capable people know exactly what the new terminology and expectations of the new job are, and then they need to know exactly how they are expected to achieve. Finally, as always, it has to be aligned with the company goals. Now that's the positive outcome which we all hope for. However, what happens when the outcome shows that you don't actually have the right people? First thing to note is, don't despair. You're not alone, but you do need to act. You now need to find the right people that on paper can deliver specifically in your organisation. Then you need to thoroughly assess them using the competency profile, and then what you want to do is build a bespoke team with these people who have demonstrated the skills and capabilities required. Finally, you then want to train them to deliver. Now, as I said, that's a lot of things that you have to do, so this is probably the right time to pause and reflect. Make sure that you haven't lost sight of what you're doing. Make sure that you remember why you're actually doing it, and keep the team focused and clear throughout the whole process. Now, to help keep you on track, the key questions that you need to ask for golden rule number 2 are, have you reviewed the competency and capability of your team to achieve your goals? Are they capable, and are they clear with what they have to achieve? If yes, you now have the right people with the right skills aligned to the right strategy, and it's time to move on to golden rule number 3, which is to ensure that your business processes are aligned to what you're expecting your key account managers to do. This is an area where a lot of people fall down, even if they have completed Golden Rule number 1 and Golden Rule number 2. This stage is what ensures that key account management becomes embedded into your organisation, and that all your internal processes support the methodology that your teams are working to. Therefore, you need all your systems to be integrated so that your team isn't working in one way and the business systems working in another. And the CRM is often the first challenge in terms of embedding a key account methodology. And the first question you need to ask yourself is, does your CRM do what you need it to do? i.e., does it support the methodology that you're employing? It should, and if it doesn't, then you seriously need to think about changing your CRM to something that does. Now, ideally, any system that you employ should, as a bare minimum, help address the business goals by using a systematic methodology in keeping with what people are actually doing. The days are long gone where a system should just count calls or coverage and frequency. It has to do so much more than that. It needs to engage and make the user think about their business by having a business logic. It needs to enable you to allocate roles and responsibilities to the internal key account team and ensure that they are always up to date and involved with the progress of the account and the key account plans. And the system needs to be able to effectively map the decision makers, their roles, responsibilities, and the influences between them. Most importantly, any system needs to be capable of using all of this information to create active, fluid, time-based account plans which are helping to deliver on your business goals. So now let's assume that you have a CRM which is fit for purpose. Now, we all know that CRMs and IT systems are not the only processes that you have in the business. There are other areas that need to be taken into consideration. It's key that all your systems and processes should support the key account management methodology that you're trying to embed. Therefore, your reward, your recognition and remuneration should all reflect the behaviours and outcomes that you're trying to achieve. The take-home message, quite simply, is that all of these golden rules need to be implemented if you are going to successfully embed key account management into your organisation. And all the way through the process, you should be reflecting and analysing to ensure that you're adhering to these rules. The foundation is to remember that whatever you're doing, it's aligned to your overarching business goals. Now, this short video should set you on your way to successful implementation of key account management. But with such a vast topic, there is always much more that we could discuss. So if you want more information or you need help navigating through more complex issues, then contact the specialists in key account management, Hans Associates.